Today we're going to be doing a project from the Wild Rose paper pack by Colorbok or Book. I think it's Book. We're going to be doing the same template that they have pictured, and you don't have to use these papers, but today I'm choosing to. You can download these patterns or templates, should I say, by scanning the little barcode here, or I will have a link in the description bar where you can just download these patterns. I've chosen already 2 papers that I want to work with today. For the actual bag, I'm going to be using this paper here. I really like the rose design, and so I'm going to try and make that like the front of my bag. And then I'm going to use a small piece of this just because I want to give it a little tag or something on the opposite side. I'm also going to be using this stamp, which says "Just Wanted to Say Hi" by Studio G at Walmart. I'm going to be using those. I'm also today going to be using some Studio G ink pads. I just have a black, an orange, and a brown, all of which you can get for 97 cents at your local Walmart. I'm going to be using just a broken makeup sponge for some distressing. And right now I have my X-Acto knife, I have some scissors, and if you need anything else, I will shortly let you know. Oh, also I'll be using not the best glue stick I have, but I'm gonna be using just a plain glue stick just for to do this really quickly. I already printed out my template, and I did it really small. You can resize it before you print it out. And I had this idea after I printed it, but you could also cut your paper down to the weight to what you want and print it out onto the paper itself. Okay, the next step is deciding, since my paper only has one large design, I'm gonna try and see how I want it placed. Like, do I want it this way? Do I want it like this? Do I want it like this, so it'll be on this side? What I'm deciding to do is I'm gonna put it this way so that I get a large part of the flower here and on the flap and everything, and it goes across my entire piece. Another cute idea would even be to do it this way, not that way, I'm sorry, this way. So you end up with it on this, the biggest rose on this side here, and the little pieces going up this way. So you probably can't see this very well, but I'll hold it up. These lines here are all our folding lines. This is our only glue line, and this is our cut line. What I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna take this because I already know where I want my design to be. So I'm just gonna hold this, my template, where I want it to be on my design. Like, I can decide, I think, trying to decide of whether I like it flipped as well. What I'm doing also is holding it up to my light to see if I like where the design falls with my folds. So yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Originally I was gonna do it like this, but I think I like how it would look like this better. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my glue stick and I'm going to glue this onto the back of my paper. It doesn't have to be the neatest job, just not even the straightest, because we're still gonna cut it out. Okay, I'm just like kind of going around the edges just to make sure that this is gonna stick and we're not gonna have looseness. Okay, I'm just running it through. For video, I should probably use a purple one, but this will work. Okay, so like I said, I wanted it like this. I'm just gonna line it up. I'm lining it all the way on the edge. And just stick it down. Okay. Like I said, it's not the best glue. I probably waited a little long, but we're sticking it in place. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, so now I have it all cut out, and this is my piece. My template is still stuck to the back. What I'm gonna go through and do is just on the fold lines, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna use my ruler for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just make score lines. If you have like a scoring tool, I say go ahead and use it. I don't, so I'm just gonna use the back to my X-Acto knife. Okay. Okay, and like because we're using like the back end of my X-Acto, I would say don't go too hard, because my X-Acto is very sharp and we don't want to cut that. Okay, so just making sure it folds. And I'll come back when I have this part all scored. Now I have my entire piece scored. I don't know if you can kind of see the lines. And now I'm going to go ahead and start folding. So first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold up the bottom tabs. Okay. My little template came off. It's not a big deal because once again we went through and scored the entire thing. So just go through and we're just going to go ahead and fold all the lines. What I'm doing first is I'm folding the main lines, or at least what I'm calling the main lines first, like so, and it's folding really easy since I scored it. Okay, so now this one little one. Okay, so now all my main lines are folded, and that's what creates my bag. But we have a little, well, you can probably see it better on the template, a triangle incision type thing. The triangle, this fold needs to be folded the opposite way, yet it doesn't need to be, but we're not folding the triangle, the middle of the triangle. So that goes out, this goes in. I'm kind of like pinching it, which is a horrible way to do this, but so that side's done. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Fold the side in. Do not let, and then once again fold it like so. And this piece goes in. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna have a tiny little bag. So give me 1 second, because the only other thing that we haven't done, I have to lay my template back down really quickly, because there's one other thing we haven't done. We haven't cut our tab. You don't have to cut the tab if you don't want. Just gonna go ahead and just, mine is a little crooked. Use a ruler if you feel so inclined. But this little tab, you don't have to make one if you don't want to. I'm choosing to. What this little tab here is for is when we are fully folded, we can just tuck our front flap inside. What I'm gonna do, because apparently I didn't cut it too rounded, I'm just gonna go back and round out the edges. Okay, so now what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is I'm gonna take my glue stick and I'm just gonna glue the side down. So just get my glue stick. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and I'm gonna like pretty heavily glue this because I want it to be really secure. So probably use something a little bit stronger than what I'm using. I'm just using washable school glue. And I'm just gonna line it in here with the folds. Okay, and then that's that part. Let it dry for a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna, since we already did all our folds, we can fold the top if you would like, and we're gonna fold the bottom. The way the bottom usually goes is we're gonna put this bottom flap, we're gonna put the bottom flap down, these top two flaps, and then we're gonna finagle it so that we get this one underneath them all. I'm gonna use the inside as well to get it correct. And now that I have it all folded, I'm just gonna use my glue stick just to press it all down. So now our bottom is folded and all set. So now if you want, you can stop here, and this can be your little bag. It's a really cute little thing, so if you want to give somebody some like chocolates or candy or something, this is an adorable little something you can leave for them. I'm gonna add some extras to this. Okay, first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take my brown ink on my sponge, and I'm just gonna kind of distress the edges. Just kind of rub it all on the edges. Just like that. Just like that. It doesn't add much, but it adds something. Okay. Right along the top. Okay. On the top I'm doing a little bit more heavy, but and then we have that beautiful flower on there. This one. Okay. Do it on the back. Like I said, it doesn't have to be too heavy. It'll just be really simple. What I'm also doing right now is on this back tab, I'm just kind of distressing the entire back tab. I'm gonna pull it out. Even sitting in, I'm just kind of distressing the entire back area, because the back area is really plain. There's like nothing there. So once we have that all distressed, I'm even gonna get the bottom line out. Okay, we have that all done. Now I'm gonna grab our second paper and our rubber stamp. Okay, now I have the paper I want to use. This paper kind of has like this distressed look, and it has like the same type of coloring because it's from the same color pack. What I'm gonna be using, like I said, my just wanted to say hi tag stamp, and I'm just gonna mount that right to acrylic block. The acrylic block and the stamp both pick up at the Walmart's in the Studio G section, all pieces 99¢. I'm gonna ink it up using black ink. Okay, make sure it's pretty evenly inked. Okay, and then I don't want, because this has stripes, I don't want it straight with the stripes. I don't want it at a perfect diagonal. I don't want it perpendicular either. I'm just gonna kind of lay it on here. And I'm just gonna press. If we don't get a clear, perfect image, it's all right. But we actually got a pretty good image. Okay, so that's the image we're gonna work with. I'm gonna go ahead and take my scissors. I'm gonna cut around it, and I'm going to leave a bit of a border, not much, but a bit. Okay, so there we are. We have that now. That's our tab. I'm gonna go back in with brown, but this time I'm also gonna use a little bit of orange. That was smart. First, I'm gonna take a scrap piece of paper, and I'm gonna kind of get the rest of some of the brown off of my sponge, because I'm gonna use the same sponge and I'm gonna go straight into the orange. So I'm gonna do it like this right on the end. Sorry the camera ran out of memory, but this is our finished product. This cute little bag. You can add a few chocolates in here, just little treats. I did glue the tab onto the flap and left the tab to close untouched so that I can still close. I might give this away as a gift. If I was to give it away as a gift, I'd probably write someone's name like on the front of here, or even tie a bow and put that on. Possibilities are endless. And the greatest thing about this is you don't need to have like the scrapbooking paper. You can always use printer paper and color it, which will be even closer from the heart. The template is free. What are you waiting for? So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and you have a great night.